Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and I'm coming on today to share my hashtag Prideathon TBR with you guys. I found this on Twitter through MsBookishCorner. I believe she has a video. If she does, I will link her channel down below. I will try to do the Twitter, but I'm not real good at adding the Twitter links. So I will try to see what I can do so you guys can join in if you want. I am late. It actually started yesterday. This readathon goes from the 14th till the 20th. So like I said, I am kind of late, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. And then, of course, I had to get the books from the library, so that's why I'm late. And my fiance walked down today to get the books for me so that I could participate. So I'm really excited. I'm trying to read at least one queer book a month, if not more, and this readathon gives me a wonderful excuse to read more. So, there is a group book, and it is The Fever King by Victoria Lee, Lee. I could not get this through my library, through Overdrive, or through Scribd, so I'm not going to be able to participate in that part of the readathon, but I do have books for these 6 challenges. So the first challenge is reread one of your favorite, and this is all about reading LGBTQIA plus books. So you're supposed to read one of your favorites. Now I recently won this in a giveaway, Chaptercviii, and I will try to remember to link her channel down below. They had a live show, and she gave away a book, any book you wanted, and I have been wanting to get this. I won, and this is the book I picked. It's called And the Band Played On by Randy Shilts. Now, this is a book that I read, over 20 years ago. I was in college, and I was taking an AIDS class, and an amazing class, and this is one of the books that we had to read. And this is all about how AIDS started and how our government here in the U.S., how it handled the crisis. An amazing book. I mean, if I remember right, I mean, just an amazing book. It's also a movie. Watched the movie, enjoyed the movie, and so I've been wanting to reread this for a while, and now I own it. I do not often, annotate books, but I really would like to annotate this one. So this is one I'm not sure if I'm going to finish during this readathon, but I'm definitely going to start it. I do kind of want to take my time, but I did want to mention and share, because a lot of people have not heard about this book, because it is an older book. It was, I'm trying to see when it was published. Hold on, give me just a second. 87. So it's an old book, but the research done and just the way this book was written and the story it tells, I think is still a very important story. And the people in this book, I believe, are very important people to read and about and remember. So this is the first one. And like I said, if you have not ever heard of this book, I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you're curious about how the epidemic started here and in the United States, how it was handled, and et cetera, et cetera. So, but let me warn you, though, this book is going to make you angry and sad, and just, I mean, it's a book with all the feels. So, but yes. So the next challenge is to read a book that you didn't buy. So this one I chose because the rest of the books I've gotten 4 from the library and 1 on Kindle. So any of these books could really fit this challenge, and I haven't read these yet. So from the website and the places that I looked these books up, I was told they were queer. So I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that they all are queer. So, but this one is called Proxy by Alex London. This is about a world that there are people that are proxies. So if you do anything wrong, you do not get punished. Your proxy does. And so this is about 2 boys one of the boys is the proxy for the other, and the boy who's not the proxy ends up getting into an accident and kills somebody. And so his proxy is, of course, sentenced to death for the other boy's crime, and so the boys end up running. So I'm assuming this might be a male-male romance, but I'm not for sure. Like I said, I don't know. But when I was looking up queer books, this one popped up and my library had it. So I thought, that sounds interesting. So I decided I would try it. So if you guys have read this and know if it is queer or not, let me know. Any of these books. So, because some of them I'm not quite sure. Some of them I know are, but some of them I'm not quite sure. The next one is to read a book that represents your identity. Identity is kind of very open. That's a good word. So, and I'm straight. I'm a female. I'm straight. I am possibly asexual, but I'm not sure. Kind of still researching that. So, as far as sexual identity, it's kind of hard to read a queer book that's straight too. So I decided to pick a book that had to do with some depression and some possible issues, loneliness, etc., maybe self-esteem, which is me, because I do suffer from depression. So I chose We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, and this is about a girl who ends up, her home is in California, and she ends up running away to New York to go to school, and she kind of, from what I gather from what the book is, it says the book is about, I'm assuming that she's cut herself off, but it doesn't say why. It does say that her and the girl that's coming to see her from her old life, I believe they had a romance, or she had a thing for her or something like that. So I'm assuming this is a female romance, or at least a crush. And it sounds really good, and I've actually had a couple of booktubers that I watch recommend this book, so I'm going to try it. And it's a very small book. You see, it's very, very, very small book, and it's thin too. So I should be able to get through this one really quickly, and I'm really looking forward to this book. The next challenge is to read a book that's been on my TBR for a while. And this one was kind of easy because I've been wanting to read this book for a while, but I know it's going to make me cry. And actually, a lot of these books I have a feeling are going to make me cry. So this is just going to be the week of sad TBR. So this one I picked is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book is an old YouTube darling, I believe. I've seen a lot of people talk about this book. A lot of people like it. I'm not sure I've really had too many people say they didn't like it. But it's one of those books you kind of know the ending before, obviously. But this is about a world where when you're going to die, you get a phone call and it tells you that you're going to die by the end of the next day. And then there's this app to go along with it that will set you up with another person who is going to die too, so that you guys can kind of spend the day together, enjoying your last day. So it's about these two boys who are both going to die, and the app sets them up together. And from what I'm assuming it's kind of a male-male romance where they kind of fall for each other in this day, I think, but not sure, because like I said, I've never read it. But I'm really excited. I've never read an Adam Silvera book. I know the horror. So this will be the first one, and I'm really excited, and it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's okay, because I like big books. So, but that's this one. And then, a book that, with a protagonist different from me. Hold on one second. I had it on my Kindle, and of course my Kindle turned off. And this one is the book, If You Could Be Mine, by Sarah Frazen, I believe. And this is, and I know about this one. This one is about a female-female romance, but the female-female romance is in Iran. So this is about girls in Iran. So that's different than me, because I'm, of course, live in America and am American and am white. And am white. Wow, I am white. All right then, let's see. Let's try to speak English. So this is about these girls who live in Iran, fall in love, and of course in Iran, it's being in love with the same sex is a death sentence. They don't play over there. And so one of the girls is going to get married, and they're trying to figure out how to continue their romance even after the girl gets married. So this one sounds like it's going to be really good. Another one that's probably going to make me cry. So, but anyway, that's that one. And I enjoy reading Middle Eastern books or like this because I don't know a lot about the culture there. And so it usually, even kind of immersing yourself in those kind of books makes me, not makes me, but it kind of lets me learn a little bit more about the culture. So then the last one is read any book that's LGBTQIA. Now this is the one that I am not sure about if it is queer. And it came up, like I said, in one of the lists, and I'm hoping it is, but even if it's not, I really want to read it. So we're going to see. And this is All We Can Do Is Wait by Richard Lawson. And this book is about a bridge that collapses and people go to the waiting room, and it's about finding out who's going to die, who's going to survive, etc., etc. And so this one I have a feeling is going to make me cry, definitely make me cry. But I can't figure out, unless if it's maybe a romance that wasn't a crush kind of thing or something. I'm not sure. But now if you guys have read this one, let me know if it is a queer book. But like I said, even if it's not, I'm still going to read it because reading the synopsis has just got me really interested in reading this book. So, but anyway, so that's my Prideathon TBR. I'm very excited to read these books. Some of them I just found, like these two I didn't know about at all. These two I've heard about before. And of course, this one I've read before, so I knew about this one. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these, if you're participating, if you like to read queer books. Give me some recommendations down below of some good queer books. Most of these are kind of contemporary-ish. I mean, these two are a little fantastical, but a lot of them are contemporary, which I usually don't read. So if you have any great queer fantasy or sci-fi, etc., or contemporary that kind of I'm not all about the contemporary story that's just kind of fluff. I like some, it's going to make you cry, or that's got a touching story or something like that. That's kind of more my contemporary. So if you have any of those kind of recommendations, let me know. Or if you have a channel where you feature queer books, let me know. If I'm not already subscribed, I will subscribe because I love the channels. Actually, I'll subscribe to a lot of booktube channels just because. But I always love finding ones that have different books than I normally read, because then I can kind of expand and read a little more diversely. Even though I'm not one to read a book just because it's diverse, it has to have, something that's going to interest me, something that's going to grab me about the story. So anyway, I've kind of run on a little bit too long. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please remember to always be kind to one another, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!